So you want to become an Airbnb co-host, but there's a problem. You have no experience, no property, no Airbnb business, no reviews, no clients. So how are you going to convince someone to trust you with your property? Here's the good news. Every successful Airbnb co-host started exactly where you are. The difference is that they knew what to learn, what skills to build, and how to get their first clients. In this video, I will show you the exact roadmap I would follow if I had to start Airbnb co-hosting from scratch today. Hi, I'm Angela. I help Airbnb hosts increase bookings, improve guest experiences, and maximize profits through professional Airbnb co-hosting. On this channel, I teach aspiring co-hosts how to start and grow a successful Airbnb co-hosting business, even if they are complete beginners. Let's dive in. Step 1. Understand what an Airbnb co-host actually does. Before looking for clients, you need to understand the job. An Airbnb co-host is not just someone who replies to guest messages. You are helping a host manage their short-term rental business. That includes guest communication, managing bookings, coordinating cleaners, scheduling maintenance, updating listings, solving guest problems, and creating great guest experiences. If you haven't watched my previous video on Airbnb co-hosting, start there first because everything else builds on that foundation. Step 2. Learn the skills before looking for clients. You don't need the experience, but you need the skills. Think about it. Would you hire someone just because they said they're a co-host? Probably not. Hosts want someone who can solve problems. Start learning how Airbnb works, how guests book, how calendars are managed, how check-ins work, how to communicate professionally, how pricing affects bookings. Learn the tools professionals use. For example, Hospitable for communication, Price Labs for pricing, Google Calendar for scheduling, Canva for welcome guides. You don't have to master everything in 1 week. Just keep learning consistently. Step 3. Practice before you get paid. This is where many beginners make a mistake. They learn for 1 day, then immediately they start looking for clients. Instead, practice. Create a sample Airbnb listing. Write a description. Create automated guest messages. Design a welcome guide. Build a cleaning checklist. Make a guest communication workflow. You are showing proof you understand the work. When clients ask what you can do, you have something to show. Step 4. Build your online presence. If a potential client searches your name online, what will they find? Create a professional LinkedIn profile. Optimize your Upwork profile. Create a simple portfolio. Share useful Airbnb tips on social media. You don't need thousands of followers. You need credibility. When guests see that you're consistently talking about Airbnb, they will see you as someone that understands the industry. Step 5. Find your first clients. Now it's time to get clients. You don't need to wait for them. You go where Airbnb hosts already are. Look for hosts on Airbnb, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, and local real estate communities. Networking events. Reach out professionally. Don't start by asking for work. Start by offering value. Point out one improvement they can make to their listing. Maybe their title isn't optimized. Maybe they are missing amenities. Maybe they are slow to respond to guests. When you help first, you are more likely to earn their trust. Step 6. Start small. You don't need 10 properties. You need one. One happy client, one successful property, one 5-star testimonial. Deliver excellent service. Respond quickly. Communicate professionally. Solve problems before they become complaints. Happy hosts refer other hosts. That's how many successful co-hosts grow their business. Common mistakes to avoid. Before you start, avoid these mistakes. Don't pretend to have the experience you do not have. Don't promise results you can't deliver. Don't ignore communication. Don't stop learning. The Airbnb industry changes constantly. The best co-hosts keep improving. Conclusion. So if you are wondering if you can become a co-host without experience, the answer is yes. But remember, No experience doesn't mean no preparation. Learn the skills, practice them, build your portfolio, show up professionally, find one client, serve them well, then repeat the process. That's how you build a successful Airbnb co-hosting business. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because next week I will show you how Airbnb co-hosts actually gets paid and how much you can realistically earn. And I would love to hear from you. What's the biggest thing that is stopping you from becoming an Airbnb co-host? Leave it in the comments and I will answer as many as I can. You can also get my ebook, Airbnb Co-hosting Made Simple. It will guide you step by step on how to become a successful Airbnb co-host. Link is in the description.